real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Wild Mike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Wild Mike and his real wild child.
Howdy, folks. Is Vile Mike here twice to get this thing to actually work. And I'm with Elihu. LDG was here, but he had to leave already. Elihu, are you back yet?
I've never left.
Well, you got all quiet, and that's not like you.
You were talking, dude. Unlike some people, I let people finish their conversation.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And Yvette was in the chat earlier. She said, good evening, everybody. I'm at the Ark visiting Mom, so please say hello to Anne. So, hello, Anne. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Hello, Anne. And that comment about the cruise was for her, not you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Ark, she's at the Ark. I thought she was on a cruise. Come on.
Oh, before you asked, the Ark is a rehabilitation psychotherapy residence, LOL. And I'm like, yeah, I thought everything was, I can't even talk. I thought it'd be strange to go into Kentucky all of a sudden.
Didn't I get flooded out? An insurance company suing?
Yes, but they're still for business.
Well, they're suing an insurance company? I forgot. Something like that.
Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to one and all. And same to you, Yvette. But what's funny is, and I now know why LDG complained to me all of a sudden when he was here earlier. Why is everyone already saying Merry Christmas? It's not Christmas until tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. Time zones.
Yeah, I didn't say he was the brightest bulb in the
package. Hola, Mrs. Cardenas. Wow, I have noticed her before you did. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh no, I was reading Yvette's comment. I meant physio. I thought she said I'm psychic, and I'm like, what? I misread the comment.
More like psychotic.
So Daddy Lion's in the chat. Mrs. Vile is in the chat, which is really funny because she's also right behind me.
Ooh, coffee. That's called coffee convenience.
Yes, I already made her coffee. I got my coffee. I'm reusing a 7-Eleven cup. It's not the same. It's not 7-Eleven coffee.
Yeah.
But maybe I need to go add more creamer to it, though. But I'm also going to finish off the Johnny Walker Red today.
Black.
Red is better because I'd rather have a multi-barrel multi-malt than a single malt multi-barrel.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to top off my coffee. Be right back.
Oh, wow. I'm really just going to pour the rest of it in there. So it's empty.
I can't hear you. My headphones are off.
I'm not talking to you necessarily. I'm talking to the, whoever.
Just my coffee pot, my headphones down is like Charlie Brown's teachers. Wah, 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 wah. That's all I hear.
Well,
okay, now I'm back.
Johnny Walker, you will be missed. We got 4 live streams out of that bottle. Mom sends her love to you and your mom and family. Everyone's saying hi.
I did not get a chance to watch What If this morning yet.
What do you mean, what if?
It's dropping daily every morning. There's new episodes coming out. Season 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dandelion? high pre-drunk boyfriend. Ha ha.
You spelled high wrong. It's H-I-G-H.
Eli, who you got that weird hat on? Like, what the hell? It looks like a weird cloth draped over your head.
That's okay. I did some research. That is an original hat. The two balls is the original hat design, not the one hat, not the one ball.
It doesn't have a fur edge on it either. It just looks weird and wrong, and it's just sort of draped there.
Well, that is completely AI generated artwork.
I find it funny that I'm gonna have to clip out the part where you said the 2-ball design was the original and the 1-ball design.
Yeah, I think about 100 years ago they decided to go Lance Armstrong version.
But yes, if you can't tell, I'm streaming from Mexico. I didn't watch What If at all because I didn't even know it was airing. But I did finally finish season 2 of For All Mankind yesterday. So I'm almost caught up. I have season.
God. You're not almost caught up. It's season 2. You're not almost caught up. You're way behind still. Come on. You're in the 70s.
I was going to watch
episodes a
Rebel
week.
Moon. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Vile.
I was just defending myself. I only have 2 to 3 episodes a week I can watch.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're still in the 70s, man. Come on. We're in the 2000s.
I was going to watch Rebel Moon yesterday evening, but then I ended up going down some weird YouTube rabbit hole of watching people's first reactions to listening to Fairy Tale of New York.
What's Fairy Tale of New York?
The Pogues song. I'm sure you know it if you heard it. Yvette will know it. They play it everywhere in Britain. So I'm just eating my breakfast still.
I tried to watch Rebel Moon until that fight. I'm like,
no, don't spoil it for me. I haven't watched it yet. I ended up down a YouTube hole.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this without spoiler. The movie suffers from one-itis.
Okay.
Let us enjoy the movie.
I hate one-itis fights. Sorry.
I had a bad feeling that this was going to be like a Jupiter ascending type scenario for this movie.
You were roboting a little, and yes, it is. This is part 1.
Yeah.
I can't really fix the roboting issue because I'm just stuck in Mexico. But
I feel fairly confident about it, although I haven't watched it yet because it's on Netflix, which does seem to do a lot of pretty good quality shows. Oh,
That's
sorry,
that's
not the actual microphone.
But again, like I said, I have not yet watched it. So. See, Yvette knows it.
I've never heard of it.
I'm sure you've heard it. I'd look it up for you, but you might get banned for the language in it. The couple in the song tend to slag each other off pretty good at one point, so.
Yeah, you got to watch out with the swear words.
Actually, it's actually the perfect Christmas song for this stream.
Probably for this stream.
It starts Christmas Eve in the drunk tank.
Okay, yeah.
Here, I'll find a link. Just
now
give me.
Back up.
Yep, just hang on a moment here. Let's see.
I'm using the computer to actually do everything. Then I got the phone to
stop. Repeat what you just said because robot, dude. Sorry, cannot understand you. You're roboting that entire sentence.
Fuck.
Seriously, man.
All I said was fuck.
Here, I will put the link in the private chat. There we go. That's the official video.
I'll check it out later. Thank you.
Put it on, or if you want to watch it later. I will actually go and put it in the regular chat too, just because people there may want to listen to it if they've never heard it.
And you are muted.
Nope, now we can't hear you.
Oh,
File?
what? Only if you were LDG like that, man.
Yeah, now we can't hear Mike. And now can we hear Mike?
Nope, because he's still muted.
No.
He has to unmute that button.
You should be able to hear me now.
Ah, there we go. Now we can hear you from the second you.
Yes.
But there's a huge delay between you saying things.
Yes, on the camera, between the microphone, yes. But that way, when I want to go outside to smoke a cigarette, I can turn this one on, turn this one off.
Yvette
And then
seems to think it's Pickle's fault.
It's always his fault.
Yes, it's always this.
Hashtag Florida man.
Because I'm still using the computer to manage everything. Because it's just easier to use the manager.
Okay, now the voice keeps coming out of weird places.
What do you mean?
Well, you were talking, but it looked like it was coming from Elihu, and then from me.
Oh, that's weird.
I thought you meant weird places like his left ear or his right nostril. I'm like, what?
No.
Huh.
That or else I have a horrible delay going because I keep
Got it,
seeing the avatars pulsing when someone's talking.
I wonder if it's picking up echoes.
I don't know. Weird. All right. Not to worry.
So what are you guys doing for Christmas and Christmas Eve?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Do you have family nearby, Elihu?
Nope.
Me neither.
Well, I am obviously spending Christmas Eve with Mrs. Vile.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be trying to cross the border tomorrow morning so I can go up to see the younger kids, give them their presents with their mom, and then maybe take some of them with me to go see Caddy up in the other area so we can give them presents.
Very nice. Pouring tea, just to clarify.
Tea, not tea.
Fridge Penguin being his usual chatty self.
Of course.
Of course.
I was repeating Trump, right? Turn off the light! Turn off the light!
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I mean, I heard it on Twitter, but I don't care.
Yeah, you know roaches scatter when the lights come on.
I'm sorry, I missed that part. Oh man. Oh, I'm stiff. I went hiking yesterday and I'm all stiff today.
How do you get stiff from going hiking if you go hiking a lot?
Well, I climbed a nasty hill yesterday.
Oh.
Even dirtier than the last hill. It was like
As in,
a lot of rocks and roots and waterfall-y parts you have to climb up and what have you.
That's when you use the roots to grab the hold as a little brace when you're climbing.
I did. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
I'm sore, because I was pulling myself up. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do.
Merry Christmas, bird.
Kapla bird.
how you doing, man? I'm looking for...
Hey, Bird, did you delete your comments about the books? Because I got a notification that you made a comment, and I can't find it anywhere in my X feed. Like, what was that about?
I suspect that Mike is delayed.
No, I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Just Eli, who asked you a question.
No, I asked Bert a question.
Oh, you asked Bird a question. Okay, sorry. I'm not listening this morning, apparently. I don't even know why I'm here. I should just go.
Oh, it's better when we have someone third to bounce off stuff because Elihu and I are the crazy liberals. Well, I'm the crazy centrist. He's the crazy liberal.
I'm a crazy liberal.
I'm just crazy, okay?
Yeah, but you're not as crazy as he was. Did delete the second after because I realized I didn't care.
Oh, okay. I was like,
That's fantastic.
okay. Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, like Bert's chiming down this. Like, hey, you don't care, dude. I'm like, what the hell is this comment? And I'm looking at the post. I was looking at comments like, you actually care about this shit? But there's no comment. Like, okay, never mind. Yeah, I didn't think you would comment, dude, or like about that. I'm like, okay, that was weird for Bird. Sorry, it's an odd moment for me, dude.
All right. Well, I was going to try to play a clip because Elihu mentioned Trump, but apparently I never actually saved the clip. It's the one I used from that Kinder Egg video during the hurricane thing where it says, where Trump is saying, who could do that to our mic? And he's talking about a microphone, but I have it played off as he's talking about me.
Morning, gorillas.
Hey, John. Has anybody seen Aquaman 2?
Nope. He has a shirt on in it. I don't care.
I mean, this whole campaign about getting rid of Amber Heard out of the movie, they did some of that. They got rid of some of her parts. But I'm going to stand by my statement with a spoiler tweet, with a spoiler review here. The only scene she was needed in was for the pee scene. Everything else is bullshit.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't care.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Jason Momoa is one of those people that Mrs. Vile calls one of her other boyfriends.
Oh, well, I don't really know anything about him, so I don't know if I want to hang out with him. But I mean, if he's in a movie, he might as well have his shirt off. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to talk to him or he went to date with him.
I don't know if you can hear her, but she's saying, I don't want to talk to him or have a conversation. I just want to sit there and stare at him.
Right, exactly. So that's why he should just have his shirt off in a movie. Like, that's the only reason we're going to the movie.
Well, she says the same thing about Henry Cavill, but the one that I really hate is Hugh Jackman because both my oldest daughter and my girlfriend are like, oh, Hugh Jackman, I love him. And I'm just like,
yeah, I'm not like that crazy about it. I just, like to admire a fine physique or, an unfine physique. I'm pretty like open-minded for like admiring physiques.
Well, what I'm just saying, the whole joke I'm making is the fact that basically Hugh Jackman is the only person that could attempt something with my girlfriend and my oldest daughter just to piss me off.
Ah. Gotcha.
So, what else is new with you guys? Because all I can, I said, hurt my back. Couldn't sleep last night because of it. Overslept when I finally fell asleep, and that's why I'm.
Nothing much. Went for a hike. It's about the most exciting thing that I've done.
Woke up, updated my computer. Now I'm here.
Is there an update for which OS do you run?
Monterey.
I thought I had that. I should go check if I need to update my other computer.
Yeah, you might want to because it said updated needed and Safari. I'm like, I don't use Safari, so I just updated my Monterey.
Yeah. I should check. I keep like running the like check for updates, and it keeps saying there is no update. I mean, obviously, it's a different OS on my laptop, but I'll have to go check that. No, actually, you know what? I think my desktop's running Sierra still.
Wow.
I know. I don't know why it won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to talk to the people at the Mac store because I don't know. I don't know enough about things to update that. Let's see what this is running.
Both the people on my panel right now, other than me, use Macs.
Yes, we do. Oh, okay. My laptop's running Sonoma.
I was wondering what that smell was.
Hey, NB.
Ooh, that smell.
Yeah, I've said it before, but I'm not a fan of Mac because of Apple being a shitty company that once tried to sue my company.
Every big company is litigious. I just wanted to say the word litigious.
But I thought I saved the letter because I wanted to, show it online or use it against them at one point if I could get away with it without getting in further trouble.
Hmm.
Because one of the things they said on there was because it was a cease and desist letter. It wasn't an order from a judge yet. This is just from their legal department. And it was basically along the lines of, we understand that you are fixing iPod and iPhone products. You need to pay for this license. You need to cease and desist, or we will sue you, or you can purchase a repair license for $35,000. And I'm like, you're kidding, right? My games SD game swap hasn't made $35,000 in the last 5 years, let alone in a single year to justify paying for that stuff. But as I said, I just never liked their thing. Oh, you guys talk to yourselves. I gotta move my fan so Mrs. Vile can get out because she's in.
Yeah, I just went over and checked it. It does say that it's High Sierra. I don't know how I update the entire OS though. Like, I guess I could Google that and find out.
Just go to your little Apple thing when it goes to system preferences.
Yeah.
And you should have like an update one update of there. You should have a little red highlight that says software update on the bottom toward your left.
Yeah, no, it does. But the thing is, because it's running High Sierra, there isn't an update for High Sierra. There's an update if you have a different OS. But because I don't have that OS on there, I don't know how I switch to a different, like, newer one.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I don't know that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have to just go talk to the guys at my what is it, computer place. Because, yeah, no, I am starting to have some issues with that computer where I can't update certain things anymore because it's running an old OS. But I don't know enough to do that. Actually, I could talk to my ex. He would tell me. He would know what to do. I should have, last time he was through town, I should have had him take a look at that. But I really wasn't paying that much attention. Like your Northern Lights, better than the weird hat.
Thank God. Yeah, this was last year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, I realized that. That's one thing I do kind of miss. When I was in Edmonton, you could see the Northern Lights fairly regularly, even in the city. But here it's always raining, so even if there are Northern Lights, it's usually cloudy.
Yeah, meteor shower last night. Couldn't even see it because of the damn glare of the moon and the high fog. I'm like, shit.
Well, it is a full moon on Tuesday, so.
Well, yeah, the moon was at 86% last night, so that was not, no, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I think we were fairly overcast here. I think there was a few, like, you could sort of see a few hazy stars. Like, I could see the Big Dipper and the North Star and Orion, but not to any, they were still not very clear. The night before was actually pretty clear, and the moon wasn't up yet, so that was nice.
I couldn't even see Jupiter. That sucked.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
I'm like, Jupiter's a bright dot in the sky. It was too much haze last night to see Jupiter, which means I couldn't even see Uranus on my telescope. Like, there's no point in taking my telescope out tonight.
Mm-hmm. Very unfortunate. I think I'm going to have to boil a kettle again.
Okay. Caffeine?
No, more tea, not coffee. But yes, caffeine.
You actually have few types of teas that has 0 caffeine.
What?
Yeah, try that again.
I said, are you telling me you have one of the few types of caffeine that has 0? Types of tea that has 0 caffeine?
No, it has caffeine. I'm actually going to make tea that has even more caffeine because this was not a sufficient quantity of caffeine.
Ooh, black tea.
Caffeine is
Yeah.
important.
Yes. But I'm going to go with, well, Yvette will be upset. It's not just black tea. It's black tea with all the spices in it because I really enjoy that.
Well, I got to do this before Mrs. Vile's nieces and nephews wake up because they will be mad that I didn't get them each one as well.
Kinder.
So, yeah. We got this
Wow.
one because we've never seen the one with diamonds on it before.
Very exciting. Yvette will be upset. I think she's on her way home, so she won't get to watch the unwrapping.
Well, I'm thinking about cutting this segment out and actually posting it as a video. I haven't had time to do any of the Kinder stuff because I've got like 5 videos ready to go. But with the way my work schedule's been, I haven't had the time to do anything.
Gotcha.
My entire TV this week. Let's see what. 4 episodes of For All Mankind. No, was it 4 or 3? One, I can't remember. 4 or 3 episodes of that. I think that's the only thing I've watched all week. Really some new stuff. I did watch Doctor Who Day of the Doctor only because I found a copy of it on something and I downloaded it.
Did you watch Giggle?
Giggle.
The Giggle.
The Giggle?
Doctor Who.
Yes. Just the episode Day of the Doctor again.
You haven't watched Neil Patrick Harris as the toy maker, did you?
No, I haven't watched any. I have not watched any new Who since Flux.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't watched Flux yet.
He did. He played the character quite well, I thought.
Yeah, he did. He's a great actor.
Let's see
Nice.
what's in the diamond because I have no idea. 2-camera setup would actually be better, but because I'm leaning forward,
We can't see it anyway, so
Yeah.
we can't see it on either camera. No, I'm kidding. We can see it on the one camera. Looks like a Kinder Egg.
I don't know what this is exactly yet, but we got Greenpeace. Greenpeace.
I do like it when it's like some assembly required one. Sometimes there's no assembly required, and you're like, what's the point? Oh, you've got a little fairy or somebody with giant ears.
Like, that's a fuzzy dude.
I think it's a little from column A and a little from column B.
So it could be wings or it could be ears. Yeah.
Your camera is at 360 IP. I can't really see it.
It's okay. It's a small figurine, Eli Who, with wings that look somewhat like ginormous ears.
Yes.
Because of their strange positioning.
Yes. And the fact that they're in the same color as the rest of her body.
Yes. Flesh-colored wings is a strange choice.
Are you getting a text message?
Gotta go. Merry Christmas to anyone I don't see tomorrow, and a special extra treat from me on Mr. Long's channel tomorrow. Wink, wink. Uh-oh.
Cleavage.
She's getting books. I'm kidding, Yvette. I'm kidding.
Cleavage time.
Your dad is multiplying.
What the hell is she awake for?
It's Christmas Eve. Everyone's awake early on Christmas Eve. No? Oh, no.
Wow.
That's tomorrow people are awake early. All right. I'm going to make more tea, so I'm going to boil my kettle.
Yes, he's turning into Michael Keaton in Multiplicity, okay?
That was the first thing I thought of, too.
Well, I can turn the camera off again.
So was it just the figurine and a weird piece of other plastic, or?
I'm trying to assemble now, but I started assembling it wrong, so I got to try again.
You know, it comes with directions, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the joys of putting together IKEA furniture without the instructions, but
These aren't very helpful.
What?
Okay, so apparently the little green pieces form a little heart shape. Is a ring, so you can put it on your ring finger, right?
or
And then you can
on the character.
you can take the ring off and flip it down, and it's supposed to be a fairy princess in a dress.
Oh, it looks like she's got like giant boobs that are sagging down to her ankles.
She's not an old fairy.
Well, who knows? I mean, maybe fairies just have really saggy tits.
I'm just thinking right now about some of the fan art from the old Great Fairy for Zelda, because some people did those things with her with giant tits.
Right? She was a bit much.
So yeah, that's what it looks like when it's done. Sorry, it's not the best camera or the best.
Well, I think the
focusing.
issue is as much that once you put it close to the camera, there isn't enough light. Like it's poorly illuminated.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really do anything about that.
Nope, that's quite all right. We get the gist.
I think that's a clever little design. You know, it's a little ring that a kid could wear, and then it transforms into a figure. I mean, if this was an Autobot symbol and it turned into a robot, that would be fucking awesome for a little boy like me. And by little boy, when I was one.
Mm-hmm. You'd wear that. You'd wear the shit out of that thing.
He would.
I'd be like, robots roll out or transform and roll out. And I would do that.
Roll on highway, roll on love, roll on mama like I asked you to do. Okay, I need a load bowl. I need my cannabis. I have my caffeine. I need my cannabis.
Also have my first cigar of the stream since we've been streaming for 30 minutes and I haven't one yet.
CNA, cannabis, nicotine, alcohol.
That.
Oh, that reminds me. Shit, I forgot to do this. Damn it. Hang on, I'll be right back. Shit.
Caddy, get your if you're awake.
Shit. What the fuck? Oh, no. Hang on. I'll be right back.
All right.
This also means because I'm outside. I think it's very fun. Every few minutes, my dad's audio just doesn't work. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah, we find it kind of funny and also kind of not funny. Because then we can't hear what he's saying, and we're trying to, be interactive.
If I talk on if I just use the computer, I have a 2-second delay, or 2 to 3 second delay. So anytime I'm responding to somebody, it's off. And I can't tell, I don't know why it's just my laptop using StreamYards that's doing it. Obviously, it's not the phone, it's not the internet connection, and it's not just the laptop because I was on someone else's live stream using StreamYards on the laptop and it was just fine.
I think it just hates you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something about the Vile mic.
Hey, look, now your R2-D2 is wearing the same hat that my otter's wearing.
Although I do think
The
Oh,
hat is
Dad,
not
I do.
CGI'd. Somebody actually put a hat on the R2D2 at Fan Expo. So
That's
I forgot my coffee inside. I'll be right back.
how the hell did you forget coffee?
mm,
What is wrong with him?
who knows?
Sheesh. Now, his nicotine, I'll grant. His lighter, yeah, for a cigar. But how the hell do you forget coffee? Sheesh.
Well, it wasn't forgotten so much as just put down in an inconvenient location.
Why who?
What?
It was 5 feet away. It's not like it was left
Right? He
inside of a.
didn't forget the coffee. He just didn't have it immediately to hand.
But still, it's the coffee, dude.
Good
Hey.
morning, Andy.
Hey,
Hi,
guys.
Bob. Hi, Bob.
Oh, man. There we go.
You don't
What's
have your
going on,
voice back.
Yeah, I got some of it back.
Okay, okay.
Get
I got
the
some of it back. Elihu, what the hell with For All Mankind? I was like, are they seriously going to try that shit?
No spoilers. I only finished season 2 last night.
It's kind of funny that we can't talk about stuff, nerdy stuff, on the nerd stream because none of us have watched things yet.
I have.
Who is? What did you do with my dad? How did you forget the coffee? Yeah.
Oh, I finally got my dual screen setup up. New computer, camera, all kinds of nice stuff.
Is that up?
What's that?
There we
You
go.
said you
Kettle's
got
boiling.
your computer set up.
Well, I've been long overdue for this upgrade. Although I did make one error. I did have the dual screen going for a little bit, but I had to work around it because I had to use my laptop on one screen and my PC on the other, and switch between a couple of keyboards and mice, which actually during my time in the military was not uncommon for me to have to do. So it's very easy because I forgot one small fucking thing.
What's that?
Nice. I forgot to grab a VGA cable while I was getting all that stuff. And unfortunately, when I tried to go back, they were like, yeah, we don't sell those anymore here. I'm like, okay, I have to go through Amazon.
Yeah, no Radio Shack, dude.
I was just about to bring you up, and then you disappeared. Sorry. It's
But yeah, Eli and I were talking the other day. I was like, yeah, that's kind of like I'm trying to figure out the end game of Shaw. I really am.
He's gotten tired of getting screwed over, and he's realizing, like, hey, I'm not the only ones getting screwed over. Look at these guys getting screwed over. Yeah, but that was one hell of a move that Helios did. That the guy did.
Yeah.
I love that move that he did with Ed at the end. It's like, this is just my little ploy. I see who the real people are dedicated to this. I love that ploy he did. He's like, yeah, this is just the money I'm throwing away for these little guys right here. But I know who's really into this. I'm like, this dude is a genius.
Yes, he was. And if you think it ties back to his character all the way back, it ties back to who he was in the prior season.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking genius. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to work with that guy. This is what Elon Musk would be if he was a human being. That's the best way to describe his character.
No, he's actually who's the actor who's playing this character, who's playing him, because he's really good. I remember him. He was in X-Men First Class as Darwin.
Yeah.
And but he's been in some other stuff. I know he has, and he's generally a very good actor. But I loved what he did there too, because he's like, how he's doing that is just like, dude, that was fucking brilliant. Absolutely.
Like, yeah, they need to pay the guys. That's throw away money, no problem. But Ed, come on, you know what's going on. I love that. I'm like, shit.
Well, it tied back into exactly what I said was probably the truth about Ed in this season. I knew, and they've already foreshadowed the outcome.
Of course, I don't understand the kid's health. He's in the Earth one. He's in a Earth 1 pressurized area, but yet his respiratory system is better? How?
I was wondering that same thing, but
Blood pressure, I understand, yes, but the respiratory system, no.
Well, you got what I was going there with the foreshadowing.
Season 2, because they said that some of the rooms could act as a hyperbaric chamber on the moon base. I'm assuming if you're talking about Mars, because they did the whole Mars thing at the end of season 2, showing that they made it to Mars by the 90s. And how you doing, sweetheart?
Hello.
That could have assisted with any breathing problems.
He hasn't been in any. That's kind of confused about that part. Sorry.
Is it possible because the pregnancy was on Mars?
I was thinking.
Spoiler, NB.
Oh my God, that's not a spoiler.
It is. I've only seen. I literally was saying I saw the end of 2 last night. I haven't seen 3 or 4 yet.
I'm just saying development. That's why. That's my guess.
That was what we were just talking about. There was the development part. That's it. That's not a spoiler.
Oh.
You said breathing problems.
If it's a future plot point, it is spoilers.
It's not an intriguing plot point. It's a sub-C plot point.
Yeah, it is definitely a C plot.
It's still a plot point, son. You literally said it's a C plot point. It's still a plot point. It does not matter how big or how small. It is technically still a spoiler.
Okay, fine. Val, Mike, I'm almost done with SG1 season 8.
Okay.
And I'm standing by what I said. Yeah, SG1 seasons 1 through 8. It's really just where I want to go. It's pretty much like we talked about. You pretty much are going to get everything. All the story arcs are wrapped up. I felt the Ori one was rushed. And when you really go back and look at trying to watch the movie in conjunction with it, you should just leave it out.
Which movie are you talking about? The original Kurt Russell movie or the Arc Continuum or the
No, the original movie. I'm talking about the Kurt Russell, James Spader movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Truth. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Arc of Truth for a second.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you watch Stargate, the original movie, and then when you really start watching even the pilot and stuff, there are similarities to what happened, but this is a completely different Stargate universe.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they completely changed it for the show for sure.
Yeah, they did hands down. But I mean, this was my third time going through this show, and I usually start with the movie and then I would get all the way to Continuum. But as I went through this third time around, I didn't watch the movie at all. I was like, I don't need the movie. In fact, the movie to me is a hindrance when I'm trying to watch the show.
Yeah, just watch it as a separate thing entirely.
Well, I mean, I just look at it this way. Everything that you need to know about what happened before is explained within the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically. It's
Everything
not
is
Galaxy. It's one L in O'Neill. Yeah.
Although I do still enjoy watching the movie.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the movie. I do enjoy the movie, but the movie is its own entity.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be watched as part of the.
Well, I think it does need to be watched because it's broad strokes included in the pilot, or at least the events of the movie occur before the pilot.
No, NB said it right. The movie recaps everything in the pilot episode of the TV show. You don't have to watch the movie to know what happened.
And then you get to the end, and then we'll get to the end of season 8, and what do? We time travel back to dealing with Raw. So everything's pretty much tied together. So it's really just, to me, not needed for that. It's great as a standalone, but it's not needed for the show.
All right, I have a question for you since Caddy's on the actual stream. And anyone who's watching, put in the chat if you want to see this, because maybe we can convince her to do it. Should we do a Vile Reviews with Caddy watching Stargate SG-1 with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those dogs in the background are barking, yes.
I mean, do I get a say in this?
No.
Oh, it's only like 250 episodes.
You'd probably enjoy most of them.
I've already been forced to Star Trek. Do I need to be forced to Stargate too?
Star Trek,
It's a very different kind of show.
they are very different shows. That's why
of TOS once I get a new computer. Speaking of which, those screen grabs we were talking about to start doing the videos again.
Oh no, I haven't been able to find one. I've been having to go through a bunch of episodes, and I don't remember. I know there's one episode where it's completely empty, but I haven't been able to find one yet.
Check Power Review Seasons. Check those ones. The last 5 episodes.
Caddy, when you watch SG1, you're gonna get so into it. When episode 200 comes on, you're gonna go, "Let's watch this episode again."
Maybe.
I would like to point out the fact that as you guys were talking about Stargate, it was just radio static over my entire brain.
Oh my gosh.
It was just like your voices slowly faded out into just static.
It's SG1.
Indeed.
I do not care what it is called. You have to understand, there have been at points where I've called Star Trek Star Wars Trek as a joke.
That's an insult to us nerds everywhere.
Yeah, that was the point.
I'm not that insulted.
I don't get insulted by it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I long since stopped caring about that shit long ago.
Sweetheart, what if we did it in the style of when I did all the season 1 of Stargate reviews, season 1 in a single review? We could do it that way and just do 10 episodes of that.
I have a request then.
What?
You have to watch all of How to Train Your Dragon with me.
Dude, do it.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Quid pro
Like,
quo.
like that show.
Yeah, I like Dragons of Burke. Do it, dude. It's a cool show.
I'm actually going to. I'm going to check out.
I've only seen the movies with Caddy.
Yeah, because no, I'm gonna say we're gonna watch the entire thing in chronological order, starting with How to Train Your Dragon 1.
All right, we can do that. I'll accept that.
I know the chronological order.
I'm actually going to check out after I get done with Stargate SG1, finishing that up. I'm actually going to check out the Percy Jackson series on Netflix.
Dude, have you seen Lightning Thief, the movie?
Dude, I've read the books.
Okay, the TV show is a retelling of the Lightning Thief in TV show format. It's a retelling of the movie. It's
okay,
a whole new,
is it actually faithful to it? Because the movie,
it's so far the TV show is more faithful to the book than the movie was.
No, because that's my whole thing. Now, my wife liked the movie. She even liked the sequel. I hate them both. I have the entire Percy Jackson. I have the entire Percy Jackson series and the spin-off that came after when we had the Greeks and the Romans come in. And I absolutely love those books.
Yeah, okay, then you'll love it because Hades is not supposed to care about about what happened with Zeus. Like, he doesn't care in the books. This is what's supposed to happen in the TV show. This is supposed to go with the books. This is why it's such a huge review. Huge rave about the show. It's not like the movie.
I'm listening to this and I'm just being like, I stopped caring about Percy Jackson a very long time ago.
No, but you read the books. I know I bought you the first one, but
I've read the book. I've read the books and seen the movies.
Okay, I have a question. Elihu.
Both of them. You really wanted to complain about the second one, saying how it sucked so bad.
Lady Gaga.
The second movie. Both those movies are bad. Yeah. They're not even close to faithful. Not even remote.
Because I didn't read the books, God dang it, I got another plane. Hold on.
Okay, Elihu, question.
Wait, everyone talk.
Ask me the question in a minute. Hang on, I need more coffee. Ask me a question in a minute.
Okay.
Anyone have any thoughts about the new Pokemon games? I know they're not new anymore, but still.
No,
play Pokemon.
My son is the Pokemon guy, but I think he's 16 now, and his interests have changed. He's more into fitness. He's working on getting his a job. Let me put it this way. Believe it or not, my son's 16 years old. Girls are the one thing he's not bothering with right now because he wants to focus on a future.
Okay, ask the question.
Smart boy.
I agree.
Kat, I had to confirm. I had to call your boyfriend to confirm this. Your sister accidentally bought a second copy of Pokemon Scarlet, and she was like, "Well, the kids already have theirs. At least the kids that want it, which is, you know, your but
If I have my Switch around, I'm more than happy to take whoever has it on a tour of the Paldea region. Doesn't help that I have the DLC too.
broken. I haven't fixed it yet because I need to get his new soldering iron, which may or may not be my Christmas present this year.
Right.
And then we can fix Jacob's Switch.
So anyway, my question to Elihu real quick. Elihu, in this Percy Jackson, I had a big fucking problem with the movie with how his sword worked when in the books he has to take the cap off. Instead in this, they just gave him a click pin.
Well, the click pin's still there. It just doesn't leave his side. I know, it doesn't leave his side.
Because Pierce Brosnan plays the centaur dude, I thought the click pen was more appropriate because of the fact of 007 GoldenEye, when the click pen is the bomb. I thought it was funny.
No, it was just one of those look, I am willing to accept that if the rest of the story had actually been halfway decent. They didn't even have the story arc right. What they said with like Sean Bean and all them and the gods and what they did, I was like, this is such bullshit.
Kapla, bird.
Speaking of gods.
Hi, bird.
Birdo Pray 5, Kapla.
Kapla.
Merry Christmas Eve, everybody.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so Christmas Eve. I gotta get somebody out here to jump my Jeep because my daughter my oldest daughter is here visiting, decided to borrow it, and neglected to put it back in park.
I'm sorry, dude. I shouldn't have done that. No, I did on purpose.
So I mean, I've got to. So no, but here's the problem. This is why my wife and I were talking about this. Any vehicle I buy past this, it's going to be a pre-2000 fucking vehicle. I want to be able to pop the fucking hood. I want to be able to pull spark plugs out, a fan belt out. I want to be able to change the battery. I want to be able to get in there, flush my fucking radiator. I want to be able to change my oil. I want to be able to get in there and get my oil filter out.
You want to crack an egg in that radiator when it's overheated, don't you?
Yes.
Going over, I can tell you a story that happened to me yesterday, NB.
If you stop roboting.
You were roboting too. Everybody's roboting.
I think he's waiting on the plane to go. But yeah, it's just this. My wife is talking the same thing. I want to be able to open the hood. I want to be able to see. I don't want to see that because I look at the batteries now. And here's the thing. I'm trying.
You'll sit in your car. It'll drive you where you tell it to, and you'll like it.
I still drive a standard, so
Stop trying to be smarter than the car.
I love you.
I still drive a manual. I can't. I'm terrible at driving automatics.
You are the old. You will be wiped out.
Yep.
I take the bus, okay? I take the bus and the train.
And Friday, I took the file kids to Denny's, except for Caddy. And when I went out to my car, I went to start my engine, and all we did was I clicked over, and it didn't even attempt to start. We just heard a popping sound from under the hood.
Ooh,
fun.
Was there like something sleeping in there?
Barbecue squirrel?
No, whatsoever. When I attempted to turn the engine over, I opened the hood. The battery compartment. I looked at the battery first thing because there was no power. The little plastic piece that covers the water reservoir had popped open because one of my cells had ruptured.
Mm.
And get this, it spilled battery acid on my ignition cables.
Oh, jeez. Yay.
It just gives them a good cleaning.
That's not inconvenient at all. Oh my God.
$200 cables in myself. to get the engine to start. I had to buy a new battery and new ignition cables, and it took me about an hour to install everything.
See, and I can just push my car and it'll start.
So here's this. So Mike, here's this one. This is why this is so frustrating. This shit happening is my wife's SUV that we've only had for a few months. I mean, it's used and everything, but all of a sudden she cranks it up and it's like shaking and shimmying and all that shit. And it's like, okay, what's going on here? And so I end up driving it, and she follows me in my Jeep as we drive out there just to make sure that we can get it to the dealership. So we get up there, we find out, dude, this thing's got 120,000 miles in it. We bought it from a Kia dealership. The mechanic said, you have the original spark plug still in.
Oh no.
Damn.
What, don't they check for that shit when they sell you a used car?
They're supposed to. They're supposed to do what's called a 21-point inspection.
Right.
But check spark plugs are still good. They don't replace them.
So, yeah, but you're supposed to replace them at least 90,000 miles.
Yeah. I know. One of the few things that when I bought my van, I said because of the mileage, replace the plugs. Make sure I got a full tire that has nitrogen, spare tire with nitrogen gas in it, and that's what I wanted.
But here's the thing. So we had to get spark plugs changed. We had to get certain other things taken care of. And here's the thing. It was $900 freaking. You know why? $600 of it's the labor for all the shit they got to pull off of my vehicle in the time to get to the places to put those pieces.
Yeah.
Fucking car engineers should be illegal to design a car.
I think it should. I would agree with Bert on that one. I think it should be illegal to design an engine the way they do these now. They are purposely making sure you cannot do we used to be able to do 20 years ago.
Oh God, I was pissed off when before my battery popped. It was I was having a jump issue with the battery, but I thought it was just because of the cables going bad.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't start one morning, and I had AAA come out. The guy just plugs his little device into the side of the dashboard where, they got the little, you pull off the panel, there's a little plug for them to plug in their little testing device. He hits 3 buttons on the thing and it resets my computer and I can start the engine perfectly just fine. Apparently my car's computer had a fail, so it wouldn't start.
Oh, yeah. Also on top of this, it would have been even more money because, those little tire sensors they now have in there. Well, apparently they're all dying on my wife's car and my wife's SUV. And guess how much they are? $100 each to replace. I'm like,
I'm so glad I don't have those on my car.
I'm just sitting here thinking, there's been several times when my dad's car wasn't starting that I would get a call at 9 in the morning. I go hey Steph, could you and Matt come out here and come jump my car, please?
Apparently, because of the diagnostic tools they have, whenever I was having my battery tested to see what the hell was wrong with it, it wasn't coming back as a bad battery because the cell hadn't fully ruptured yet. And that was the problem. One of the cells was starting to expand. And when they did the test, it was like, oh, no, it's fine. But here's the kicker. The warranty for my battery expired last month.
Of course it did.
Of course.
Of course it did.
They've got that shit timed down pretty good.
The cell ruptures on December 23rd, exactly almost a month later.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So my Jeep is a 2021, so I'm fairly confident when the guy gets here to jump it, it's going to be fine and everything. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it being completely dead cells and all that. But the simple problem is I should still be able to have my wife's SUV jump the damn thing. And the problem is you look at these batteries now and it's like, I don't have the same little nickel size clamp place I could clamp the damn jumper cables on anymore. And so it's like, we're sitting there putting them, I got this little V, this little thin V thing here. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? How am I supposed to jump this damn thing? We're sitting there trying. And we're both looking at it. I know my vehicle's dead, but I'm like, I don't even know if we've even got the connection right anymore. That's how fucking fucked up they made these things.
Yeah, I can't stand when someone actually offers to, give you a jump and you pop their hood and they don't have a battery right there, and it's like, oh, you have to connect it to this little bump over here on one side of the hood that's the positive terminal, then you have to plug it to the other side of the hood where there's the ground. And I'm like, well, where's the actual battery? Oh, the battery is somewhere else in the car. We have no idea where it's at.
Are you shitting me?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I've never had any trouble just giving people a jump from like the jumper cables I keep in the car.
I've never had a problem like that before until these last, just you look at the way they're shaped, that they're not, it's like they're very thin now.
Mind you, I have had a car's CPU get blown by jumping somebody else's vehicle with mine.
You can order a battery charger, portable lithium-ion battery charger, jumps your car.
Yeah, I'm actually
$20 or $30.
one of those.
And not only that, I mean, not that you get one jump, you get like 10 jumps out of those things.
Yeah, you can buy a battery. This one right here that I'm showing on the camera that can jump your car like 4 or 5 times. And
yeah, that's what we have.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm gonna have to get one of those because doing the old jumper cable way ain't fucking working anymore.
Which is fine by me. I hate using jumper cables. It always kind of freaks me out.
Actually, I never had a problem.
We used to use.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
I've been electrocuted before, so I'm just leery of things that have current running through them.
That's why black is negative, the red is positive.
Yeah, I know, but if you're holding your jumper cables, you can't let your two clampy ends touch each other once you've got it.
Yeah, you want to make sure they're connected. You want to tap it, make sure it's connected. You gotta
no, I don't like to do that. It freaks me out.
Sometimes you got to kink in the cord, and you got to tap it, make sure there's actual connection.
I'm just annoyed because I had really good jumper cables, and somewhere along the line, I ended up with shitty jumper cables, and I'm not too sure where they came from.
I had a pair of shitty jumper cables that actually caught fire one time when we were jumping our vehicle. I kid you not. These were like, it was like, what the hell? So I guess now they make very, very piss poor jumper cables.
Yeah.
So now you have to make sure you get the good quality ones.
Well, they're a good enough quality, but they're short. Like I bought ones that had like a 20-foot long cord on them. Cable was 20 feet long, and the ones I have right now are only like, I don't know, 8 feet or something. So you've got to have cars nose to nose, whereas I bought the long ones so that if somebody was parked, like if the car was in the garage and it wouldn't start, you could run the cables in and still get the car to start. But
yeah, and how many times does that happen that you actually have the ability to use that 8 foot and both vehicles are able to go nose to nose? It almost never happens.
Exactly.
You got one car on the side, one car on the other, and what almost inevitably happens, the batteries are both on the opposite side.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, it's always a pain in the butt. That's why I wanted the long ones, but I don't know. It must have just got swapped around with I don't know, my ex probably has the longer set or something. They probably went into the car he had. And I had shorter ones. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. But I have actually used them for other people on several occasions.
Yeah, I miss my old jumper cables. I had a set from my first truck that I bought when I was 14 that lasted me almost 20 years. That finally crapped out because they've been used so much that the positive clamp on the end of the cord frayed off. So it actually separated. But my roommates bought me a replacement set for my birthday or Christmas the next year because I use them all the time, either to jump my own car or to jump to other people's cars.
Yep.
But what irks me about it is I appreciate they got me a set, but these are definitely those cheaper versions.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, the ones I had a 15-foot cord.
Yep.
Heavy yellow plastic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Ones are just this lightweight, easy, and it's only 10 feet long. And
those are the ones that are going to set on fire for you.
Yeah, but it's better to have than nothing.
Yeah. I do like being the person that shows up with jumper cables, though. Like, as I've been in like parking lots where someone's like lamenting their dead car, and I like pull out the jumper cables, and it's usually a bunch of dudes. And the last thing they expect is the chick to show up with the
Dudes
jumper
who love
cables.
when
One of the things that
pulls out.
was back when Caddy and I used to do the swap meet, which she also disappeared on us. Where'd she go?
We were talking car shop and she bounced.
Sounds legit.
Well, subject change here. I was just checking out Stargate Atlantis real quick. Dude, I didn't realize they made exactly 100 episodes.
But when we were at the swap meet,
Really?
I failed to bring my jumper cables when someone else needed a jump. And the swap meet itself does have a portable jumper for people to use when their cars die, but they forgot to put it on the charger. So this guy needed to leave because he had a doctor's appointment. So I took a lamp that someone had left behind, ripped the cord out, took off the plastic on the ends of the cord, the power cable, and made a set of jumper cables using lamp power cable.
That sounds really dangerous.
You know, NB, I did not like the season finale, the last episode of Stargate Atlantis.
You did?
No.
This is
Yeah.
this will actually be my second time around watching Atlantis. So I'm actually going to have to really get caught up because it's been quite a few years since I've seen it, and I only watched it through one time, and I think that was 8-9 years ago, honestly, if I'm being honest.
Man, Archimedes would be laughing his ass off if he saw that episode. Like, water displacement!
Oh, you're talking about Atlantis. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, the water would be going all the way to 3rd Street.
Well, you wouldn't want to piss off Archimedes.
Eureka.
I have that show. I love that show. Loved Eureka. You know, back when sci-fi was sci-fi, not sci-fi.
Joke because that's what apparently Archimedes said when he discovered he could use water displacement to measure the crown.
The volume.
Eureka. Yeah, I think that was actually quoted in the '90s X-Men cartoon by Beast.
Who says you can't learn science from cartoons?
Well, you could back in the '90s because we actually treated people. We actually would write shit for people assuming they were intelligent. I mean, you look at so like the writing with this one episode I just finished watching, where you've got Lieutenant General Hammond come in, and you've got O'Neill and Daniels. He's bickering because he's like, no, I can't let you go because I need the ancient guy, the guy who knows ancient here. And then Hammond just walks in and he's like, you missed the chair? Yeah, actually I do. My new one's just not the same. Well, that's not what I meant. I know. I need Dr. Jackson. Well, sir, could you tell the mission commander that I need Jackson here? You just did. I did? Yes. Request denied. I'll send somebody over for the chair. You can requisition a new one. And then he just walks out.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm like, they know these characters, the writers and actors know these characters well enough to know that you can do something as simple as those kind of banter and it's just going to work. That was smart writing, just a little fun, quick dialogue.
Hammond, the great warrior.
for just a cold opening right there.
I think that's another show that they filmed out here.
They did. Oh, yeah.
I didn't like Richard D. Anderson's replacement guy. What was his name again?
Cameron Mitchell?
Mitchell, yeah. I didn't like Mitchell.
Why?
Well,
it was just like too guessy, wishy-washy. Carter had more couth than he did on missions. I'm like, and he's in charge? What the hell?
I thought I posted it.
I haven't watched that show in such a long time.
Well, like I said, the whole thing I was talking when I talked to Mike about this, and we were talking about this more, is when you get to the Ori story, and I do agree with this. Carter is in charge in this last season. Why would she take a demotion there for SG1 again? For SG1. Now I understand. Remember, they were all gone. They had all remember because when we get to that season, they've all moved on.
Mhm.
And he's the one trying to get the band back together, and he kind of has to push the. And we get the 2 seasons of the Ori, and then the movie, and then the one movie. And I just said, well, like I was telling Mike, I was like, well, we had the Anubis arc that took. Okay, we had the Pappas arc, and then we really had the Anubis arc, and then of course you had the replicator thing in there, and the dealings with Ball, and kind of that stuff in there. But really, that was the big focus, and they took very long seasons to get through, and we got this all-powerful, like Ori are literally ancients, and we pulled this off in 2 seasons in a movie. It just seemed, I'm like, no.
Well, they got smart scientists. It's not magic; it's science.
But yeah, that was one of those things. And it's not, I'm not even saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're bad seasons. I'm not. I've been saying this when I watch a certain show, I'm getting to a point, even if I have it all, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I'm finding my endpoints. So I'll give you an example, X-Files. I'm going to watch X-Files after I watch Atlantis. I know exactly where I'm going to end it, even though I have every season, both movies, including the 2 middle seasons that came out. I'm stopping at the last season, and at the last season before the first movie. I'm going to watch the first movie. I'm going to stop it there because that's where I think it should have ended, with Smokey Man getting the thing. The X-Files has been reactivated. That's where it should have ended for me.
Season 10.
No, you think season 10 is where it should have ended?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
it should have ended when the company left.
You got to explain that to me.
It should end when the company left. He was right to want to get out of that contract. He's like, this show's been going enough. I'm done with this right now. I'll do sporadic, Chris. And then all of a sudden, we have the reverse 180 here. You got Scully became Fox when he highly doubted. Now she becomes Fox character. And Robert Patrick is all of a sudden the Scully character. But I'm like, what the heck?
I think you're talking season 8.
What was I talking to?
Well, you said 10. 10 was the one. 10 was the one. 10 and 11 were the ones that came out just a few years ago.
Oh, yeah. 11 sucked. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, 10 and 11 did suck.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't like the Williams story arc they kept bringing up. I was really pissed about that.
You hear they're going to remake X-Files?
Whatever.
Yeah, Hollywood has no new ideas.
I'll be honest, I was not a huge fan of the X-Files when it was running. Ironically, my brother, who hates sci-fi stuff, loved the X-Files.
The X-Files is more or less sci-fi. It kind of, the sci-fi was the long-term story arc, but there was a lot of Monster of the Week stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He enjoyed.
That was the thing about it. There was a lot of Monster of the Week stuff. The sci-fi, the conspiracy stuff, that was just a continuing subplot that went through it. That occasionally got brought up in episodes and stuff. But it was really big Monster of the Week stuff back then. And some actually very good, like I don't know. I don't even know what to describe. Like Tales from the Crypt, creepy good.
Yeah, but it was kind of a trope the first 3 or 4 seasons. Which monsters today? What monsters today? No aliens? Okay, possible aliens. Oh, it turned out to be the family instead. Never mind.
Or my first. Well, what about the one? Which one? It was one of the Wilsons. Was it Owen Wilson who was in it? Where they were like, they were vampires. It was like, look, we're not bad people. We pay our taxes. We do all this. I can't remember that episode exactly, but I just remember him being like, he's talking to Scully, and he's like, look, we're not bad people. We pay our taxes. We take care of our stuff. You know, we just want to be left alone or something like that. I just remember that being so funny. I also remember a good line between them. I don't remember the arc all the way through for this story, but Scully gets a tattoo This guy meets this guy who got a tattoo, and the tattoo like talks to him and stuff. And at the end of it, there was something to go on with Mulder came in and he's like, "What? Because I didn't do this, you did this?" And she goes, looks up at him, and I just love her line. She goes, "It's not always about you." I'm sorry, but simple lines like that just showed good writing.
The hell? Sorry, I'm looking for something on the store since we were talking about Eureka. And
I like how Eureka began and ended in basically the same light.
You mean they see themselves going into the town, leaving the town?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
Perfect.
what was it he said? We'll worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's like, what? It's like, oh, we're going through loop. It's like all that. It's like, we'll worry about it tomorrow. That show was so good. Such a great cast of characters. Even the guy they had who was basically like I mean, come on. He was a fucking Tony Stark character. That was so obvious.
Yeah. Hey, more tea pouring.
More tea pouring. That's right.
It's T as in taco, not P as in pineapple.
Exactly.
I'm trying to.
Ooh, I would totally eat tacos today. I should make tacos.
Actually, Dandelion, it's funny you say that because we had tacos last night and we're probably going to have them tonight because we got plenty of leftovers.
I'm actually going to roast some lamb, but I'm totally going to have tacos sometime this week.
Are you roasting a lamb? Are you
I had
roasting
lamb
a lamb?
last night.
You roasting a lamb for Christmas?
Yeah, I just like a roast lamb. I haven't had any in a while, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that today, and then I'll just have leftovers tomorrow, and probably for the rest of the week. Hey, you know what, Elihu and Vile, you have heard Fairy Tale of New York, because if you watched that episode, the first that Doctor Who episode that just came out, like the first one that came out a few weeks ago, they were playing it when the TARDIS showed like it reemerges on the like Street of Chaos at the end. It's playing in the background. That's that song.
Okay, then.
If you've listened to any British shows, you've heard that song a million times.
Okay, I guess the title didn't just jump out at me then.
I watched those 3 Doctor Who specials that came out with David Tennant.
3? Has there been 3?
Yeah.
There were the 3 specials that came out that I know of.
I think I've only seen 2 of them. I didn't know there was a 3rd one yet.
Yeah, Wild Blue Yonder. I forgot the second one, and the third one was The Giggle.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Well, I guess I have seen 3 then.
I haven't actually seen all of the first episode. I was 30 minutes into it. I don't know why. I was busy doing something else, got distracted. And I was kind of like, yeah, maybe I should actually watch Jodie Whittaker's run just in case, because I'd only seen the first season of that. So I've kind of been catching up on the second season a little bit, but I've got other things that I'm more interested in. So I did not watch the second episode. I didn't finish the first one especially. I did actually watch Giggle, this last one. I was like,
There's actually number 4 is available.
What's that?
Number 4 is available too. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 is now showing up.
That might be the new Doctor.
Yeah, that is the new Doctor. It's the holiday one.
The Christmas one is out already?
Oh no, it's not on yet. It's coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the Christmas tomorrow. I'm like, Shooty's not episode's not airing until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that's what I was thinking, that it wasn't available yet.
Oh, I thought it dropped early. I'm like, what? I'm watching this right now.
I know. Well, I was thinking, well, maybe it's because of the like time difference and stuff. It might be available to us sooner than we think because they are in the future, right?
Yeah, usually it drops Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that episode. I mean, I watched it all the way through. One of my biggest issues I have is, I got to be honest, one of the things is I did.
But it was a book that I picked up for Eureka, the series. And I'm looking on the goddamn store. I cannot find it. And I'm like, I know I posted it, but it's not. I search for Eureka, it's not there. I search in books, it's not there. I search in my sold listings, thinking maybe it's there. Maybe I already sold it and I wasn't paying attention. I cannot find the freaking thing, and now I'm pissed off because I'm like, I thought I posted this, and I just spent the last 10 minutes looking for it on the fucking store.
That sucks.
Go ahead and continue talking about Doctor Who.
So, I watched the episode. Now, here's my thing. I'm going to be honest. Donna Noble was always an insufferable pain in the ass to me as a companion.
She kind of grew on me a bit, but I would concur. She was. But she was also kind of funny.
Yes, I'm not saying that, but from the very get-go, she was in a special. Then she had her season. And don't get me wrong, it was good at times. So when I heard people complaining about the Dr. Donna and Donna's, I guess, trans daughter or whatever, I'm like, well, it's England and this is Donna Noble, so I could totally believe it. I just guess it had been so long since I had heard Donna be so insufferable at times that I was kind of like, But when I watched this last episode of it, I'm going to give him credit. I thought he did. I think the Russell T. Davis, and that this pisses off Whovians. I don't care. I don't got a dog in this fight. I actually thought that was a smart, brilliant way to refresh your storyline.
The split the Doctor in two thing?
The bi-generation?
Well, here's why I actually kind of like, this actually would make some sense if you actually go back and look at some context of Doctor Who. So let's, for example, I guess during the Jodie Whittaker, there was a black female doctor that showed up or something. And I started thinking when this is like, maybe that's, Susie's one of his regenerations later. And I said, the Doctor is actually slowing down, because what is a key thing they made about from the Doctor in this current incarnation? The Doctor is always running.
Mm-hmm.
The Doctor is always running. So this is a way of saying, hey, you can slow down. We've got a doctor. There's another Doctor. You're the Doctor. But then if you go back to the Matt Smith era with David Tennant and John Hurt and him, and then you had the fourth Doctor, the guy who played the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, and he's the curator now. Remember, they were foreshadowing that eventually the Doctor becomes the curator.
So, he's got familiar faces.
And he said, go back to the familiar faces, maybe some of the old favorites. Maybe that's how it started with the David Tennant face, because he's going to regenerate at some point. So maybe he regenerates in that. I actually thought Russell T. Davis did a good way of combining those story arcs together. If you were willing to look at the context of that. And but I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I originally was going to leave the show at the Husbands of River Song because I really didn't care for Bill as a companion. And but however, I got to be honest, I did like the first season of Jodie Whittaker's run.
I gotta admit, I never really cared for River Song that much.
Oh, really?
Hey, NB, did you know that when Shooty was looking at his outfit for his first time, he asked, "Where's the pants?" And Russell said, "David keeps the pants." And Shooty thought it was a joke. He's like, "No, where's the pants?" And Russell's like, "David keeps the pants." David chose what Shooty would wear. So if people complain about the underwear, that's David's fault. He chose the wardrobe.
Actually, I didn't think of it. Okay, here's the thing. When they talked about, he's in his underwear and stuff, I'm like, dude, they split clothes. I'm like, I honestly, I thought he wrote a really good episode. I liked it. I liked it. I liked the option there. I liked what he did.
This is the first time that an actor chose the new incarnation's outfit. The showrunner was like, no, David chose what you are wearing.
Yeah, but he'll get to change to whatever he wants to wear later once he gets to his TARDIS.
Yeah,
but that was the funny thing, and that was the other thing I thought was funny is like I do remember the Toy Man from the very first season because I've seen every incarnation of the Doctor. I like how he said we get a prize, and he said, "What if the power works?" And he's like, "Here's my prize. I get my own TARDIS." I was like, "How is any of this out of Doctor Who realm?" I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Whovian. I'm not stitched deep into that lore. I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that.
I had to bring it up only because you were talking about the Husbands of River Song.
Oh my! She married the diamond.
I'm an archaeologist. I dug you up.
So yes, on SD GameSwap for only $15, you could get a copy of the Husbands of River Song with, Twice Upon a Christmas and Series 10 in full.
I like Twice Upon a Christmas. I actually did like that.
Sorry.
I'm not saying Bill was the worst companion. I mean, okay, let's be honest. Everybody has a companion. If you watch this show long enough, you're going to come across companions. Any fan is going to come across a companion. They're like, I don't like them. They're kind of annoying. Clara Oswald was a big one people were annoyed with.
I like Clara.
With a friend of mine who's a huge Who fan. I mean, to the point where she's had to explain things to me.
I think Amy was probably one of my favorites. I liked Amy.
Amy Pond.
Yeah.
I would agree. She was great.
Well, they also had a really good, like, her story was really compelling, right? Like, they had a really compelling story around her.
Kapla bird.
Bye, bird. But that's what I found with her. Like, the whole, like, initiation of her character, like, first seeing the Doctor when she was a child, and then he came right back, but it was like, 20 years later or whatever, 15 years later.
Girl who
Raggedy Man.
And her whole, there was the alien hiding in her house for all those years, and just everything about, and that's what the seasons with, wasn't that the seasons with the Stone Angels and stuff?
Weeping Angels.
Weeping Angels. Oh,
yeah, Blink. Oh my gosh, Blink was the best.
I don't know if she wasn't the companion for Blink, or was she?
No, well, I think Donna was still the companion for that one.
That black girl originally, but it was just but there was such good. Like, Blink was probably one of the best written episodes I've ever.
Because Blink goes down as one of the best. Easily. Yeah, it's one of the most talked about Doctor Who episodes. Who was the companion though? It was the one. Like, I know her name, but it wasn't the other one.
Martha.
It wasn't Amy.
I think it was Martha.
Was it Martha Jones?
Yes, it was Martha Jones. Yes, it was Martha Jones.
Yeah. But the Doctor and Martha weren't actually in that episode that much. It was some other
wobbly, timey-wimey thing.
They call it the Doctor Light episode when they don't focus on the Doctor and they focus on
somebody else entirely. Yeah. Like, we never see that person really. I don't think again. She was really only in that episode.
Yeah, she just ran by a couple times in the screen. That was it.
But the way they did it, they incorporated the Doctor in a minimalist way that just made the episode brilliant. And terrifying, because you're waiting on the Doctor's only in it a short amount of time, and she's got to take care of all this stuff. And it's just, Sally Sparrow. I mean, she was, for a one-off, man, amazing story arc.
Yeah. But that was around that time. I think they had some of the same writers for the Matt Smith seasons.
This was a Stephen Moffat. That was a Stephen Moffat episode. So
yeah, and he was really good.
He doesn't work when he's doing single episodes. When he does a season-long arc, he's not that good.
I would say I could agree with that.
Yeah, I don't remember enough.
When RTD writes, he usually drops little bombs in an odd sentence here that we really don't pick up till it's like, holy shit, that was actually mentioned 4 episodes ago. And we really don't even realize that. I've been watching these episodes trying to get us some of these odd lines like, okay, maybe the person that the toy maker couldn't handle was me.
Well, what I've noticed what Moffat does is he'll do this weird universe expanding thing. Well, he'll mention something that the Doctor's done off screen, and then reference it again like 6 seasons later. Sorry, hold on, I'll be right back.
One of the Vile kids.
Well, it would be the Vile nieces and nephews, wouldn't it? He's in Mexico.
Yeah, sorry.
We call Mrs. Vile's nieces and nephews the monsters.
Very good.
kids and the monsters.
They're Gaga fans. Gotcha, little monsters.
Yep.
I'm debating whether or not to go to the pastry shop.
Always go to the pastry shop.
All right. Well, if we're not going to talk about Doctor Who anymore, I'll drop the shade on the store.
Right. We can talk about Doctor Who more if you like.
Well, as I said, I haven't.
Who, hey, and the TARDIS Doctor Who.
I told everyone I was going to watch freaking what's the show? For All Mankind before I finished Doctor Who. So that's what I'm trying to do right now is finish For All Mankind. But the problem is, I don't have the time to sit down and watch things all the time.
Yeah.
It's a very well done show. I'm actually impressed with it.
Oh, that season 2 finale, I was shocked about how well it was done. The acting, the writing.
Yeah, what do you see the repercussions for season 3?
Yeah, speaking of Doctor Who, spoilers.
Right.
Oh, hey, Elihu, speaking of Kurt Russell, spoilers for All Mankind.
You mean Monarch?
No. Remember who plays Gordo and Jesse?
Yeah.
No, I mean who plays them in their movie.
What are you talking about? Sorry.
I'm talking about in season 3 for All Mankind.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I should have probably referenced that.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Wake and bake.
Yeah, you can keep that. Although with my daughter being here, I'm probably going to have to. That's the reason why my freaking vehicle is dead, and I got to get the jumper guy out here. Because my daughter let my vehicle. I cannot believe that.
Yeah. Oh, I need more coffee.
Then again, we were all pretty stoned last night. Hey,
Anyway,
look,
guys,
I don't
anyway.
wake and bake. Okay, I don't do the wake and bake thing. I don't normally smoke during the day. I usually 7:00 is usually when I'll take a hit because I'm usually in bed by 8:39.
Yeah, as I say, I only ever smoke right before bed.
Yeah, I can't do the daily thing. I just can't. Well, here's a crazy thing. So last night, we were the three of us are sitting around. My wife, me, and my daughter. We're sitting around. We're hitting this bowl and everything, and we pretty much finish it up. That's all good and everything. Well, she wants to grab one of her pre-rolls, and I swear to God, my wife and I are looking at her like, "What the hell are you doing?" Because she is literally hitting that pre-roll like it's a cigarette and just letting the shit burn.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, you gonna puff on that thing? You gonna give?
Yeah, that's why you got to pass it.
It's called puff, puff, pass, not puff, 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 puff.
Yeah.
No, it's not called puff, puff, and then let it hang, and then let all the good stuff just burn out.
Yeah, that's why I like my little vape. Because it's only combusting when you're actually inhaling it.
Well, the downside with the vapes, as I found, is they don't let. And Elihu and I have had to talk about this because I told Elihu I went team flour. So like, I can only get like I can only get like 2.5 grams of vape, but I can get 2 7 grams and 7 and a 3.5 of flour. And my wife and I made the first bottle that had the first case that had 7 Gs. We made that last almost a month, easy.
Dude,
mine burns like flour, like plant. It doesn't have a. It's not an oil vape. It's a plant. Like it just burns like dry product.
Let's see. I got 14 grams. Cost me $32, and it's 35.2% THC.
Yeah, the best I can get on that is about 20. Well, you saw Elihu. Best I can get
Yeah.
is 28.
Yeah, you got weak stuff over there.
Hey man, Hey, at least Dude, I live in the one state in the entire. I live in the one state surrounding me that hasn't even made anything other than Delta remotely legal. So, hey, I take what I can get. That's why when my daughter offered to pick some stuff up in Illinois, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll send you the money." So she grabbed a couple of 2.5 grams. She grabbed a couple of 3 grams, so we got an extra 7. So, yeah, we're good. I'm gonna be good for at least January and February.
Hey, look, Mike has a little marionette on his lap.
She didn't open the other Kinder Egg with me.
Nice.
Say, hola.
Hola.
Look, he's good. He's not even moving his lips. He's a good ventriloquist. Look at that.
Hola, niña.
Oh, there. Show the camera.
¿Qué es esto?
Show the camera.
Chocolate.
Sí. Chocolate por tú.
No.
Oh, you want the Hega?
Yeah.
Okay.
She wants to do it.
Boy.
She wants the toy, not the chocolate?
Yeah.
No.
I heard that.
Yeah, I caught that one.
See, budget again. We get parts. Looks like to another motorcycle. Let's see if we can put it together real quick.
Well, she'll probably enjoy that little booby fairy that you got last time.
If I can find some way for Mike to send me some Kinder Eggs through the underground, I'd be very, very appreciative. But unfortunately, I don't want him trying to do anything that'll get him federally fucked.
Yeah, I'd rather not myself.
No, he'd rather open up
Are they
across the
really
border.
that illegal? Because we can buy them everywhere up here.
Nope, they are illegal by the FDA.
Yeah.
They are super illegal here. They are like one of those things like they will fuck. Listen, we have people who will sell weed and the people who will sell vials of weed and stuff, mail it through our US mail, and they'll do that without blinking an eye, but you do a Kinder Egg and that's going to raise some red flags.
Yeah.
This is not a joke.
Hilarious. Because they reformulated the egg thingy. There's like a hole in the end, so it doesn't get.
Yeah, but the ones that you can buy and Mike can buy, we cannot have possession here in the United States.
That's really weird.
It's called a choking. They classify.
No, I understand it.
No, it's a stupid reason. I was eating those things back in Germany when I was 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what they did here is they just they made the egg so that there's like a little hole in each end of it so that it doesn't get suctioned in place anymore. And also you can continue to breathe if you do decide to try and, stuff the whole damn thing in your mouth because you're an idiot.
I never knew anybody did that.
No, that's the thing. It's not just a choking hazard, but because of the shape and size, it gets like lodged and like vacuum sealed in place. So they just made it so it can't vacuum seal in place.
Look, I was eating those things back in the 80s, so I'm not going to sit here and say that they're that dangerous. Obviously, they're a possible choking hazard.
Well,
yeah, also pretty much.
Probably some kids did die from them getting lodged.
So what hot dogs? Come on. You don't see those that get banned.
Nobody died from it. The reason they were made it illegal was because of the guy who poisoned medication.
Like the Tylenol guy from like back in the 70s or 80s?
In the States.
Who poisoned Kinder Eggs?
No, they didn't poison Kinder Eggs. Basically, the reason Kinder Eggs got lumped in with that is anytime they have something that is non-edible or toxic within edible product.
Okay.
So you got the plastic egg and you got the toy that are unedible wrapped in chocolate.
That's why it's illegal.
I don't understand that.
Well, neither
I know.
do we. That's why it is. That's why it is.
I thought it was because it was a choking hazard and some child had died from it getting lodged in their throat.
No, it's simply to do with the fact that there is inedible piece of thing inside of an edible thing.
Okay.
It really is that stupidly simple.
Wow. Wow.
That's why they are illegal. Oh, by the way, I found out I got misdiagnosed on my
Oh,
skin condition.
did they come up with an actual diagnosis or just decide that the one they had was wrong?
Well, I went back to urgent care this week because I was like, okay, my voice sounds like shit for over 6 days, but I'm coughing, but I have a dry cough. I'm not having any of my normal symptoms I would think of. So I want to go in and get something looked at because I was getting a little wheezing. And I was like, okay, I don't want to fuck around and get pneumonia during Christmas if I can avoid it. So I go in and they tell me it's this nurse practitioner tells me I've got some kind of post-viral thing, and she gave me a steroid shot. That's why my voice sounds a little bit better, but says it just takes time to heal up. Now, this right here, I was told was plesiotitis rosa, and nope,
Rosacea.
yeah, turns out it's psoriasis, and I could have gotten. So I've been putting the stuff on. I got a prescription cream for it, and I've been putting it on the last few days. It's starting to look better. What sucks is because of the previous diagnosis I got a month ago, and I was told that the creams are not going to do anything, the lotions aren't going to do anything, so you're just going to have to wait it out. So basically, I've been stuck with a month because I got misdiagnosed with an issue. And the funny thing is, the one who diagnosed me with it said she's the one who had the daughter who had this, and the woman and then the nurse practitioner who I saw who said, this is not that, this is this, is one who said, I actually have had this disease. She's like, that's not what you have. I'm just like, great.
Right, but that reminded me of a conversation I had a couple of weeks ago with someone who I think is one of the stupidest people that I've ever had the displeasure of interacting with. He was somebody who didn't believe that COVID was real. And this is the reason why he said that COVID wasn't real. He got sick. He went to the doctor. The doctors gave him a COVID test and said, hey, you're COVID positive. So he went home, cut his arm open, and looked for the COVID virus in his blood and couldn't see it.
Well,
not under a microscope. He looked on his arm and couldn't see the virus. He said it must be fake.
Okay, that's a fucking...
Does he see the flu when he gets that? Or does he see a cold when he gets a cold virus?
He had seen the images that people had posted online about the big round spiky ball thing, and he didn't see anything in his arm when he cut his arm.
But cold looks like that too. Like when you get a cold.
Did you use
Hey, I actually went up to CVS and I even grabbed a COVID test because I was like, my grandson and my daughter are coming over. I'm like, okay, let me just double check. Just for them. And then, then I got to the, I came back, it came out negative. And then I went to the urgent care and I told them, I was like, yeah, I took the COVID test. There's nothing there. And, it said I got a post-viral thing. That's fine. Got the steroid shot. Very grateful. But biggest thing is I'm just glad this is starting to look a lot better.
That's good. Oh, well, the steroid shot actually should help with this too.
Well. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was kind of crossing my fingers.
Because it's psoriasis, you said, right? And that's, I think it's an immune response of some sort. Like an immune.
Exactly. Yeah, so I was kind of like, oh shit, is she not going to give me anything? So I got a topical cream, prescription topical cream, but she's like, do you want a steroid shot? I'm like, yes. I'm like, right here, right cheek, right here. I already know where it's going. Right here.
I'm ready to stand for a couple hours, Doc. Inject me.
Give me the jab. Give me that jab.
I'll stand for a few hours.
No, it's so funny. It was so
I think I'm going to leave you guys. I got to get out and go for a walk now because it's supposed to start pouring with rain later on, and I don't want to get like that soggy while I'm out walking.
Time to go in the boot.
Dandelion, what is the temperature over there?
Oh,
17.
hang on a minute. I'm not sure.
What is it, about 17 right now?
Let me see. No. Oh, yeah. Your weird temperatures. Just a second. It's like, let me refresh. In your weird Fahrenheits, it's 37. So 3 degrees in our
3. Okay.
proper temperatures, just above freezing. So it'll be pleasant, nice and warm out.
Yeah, well, for us here right now, this doesn't really feel like Christmas because by your standard, it's 15 degrees.
Wow, it's 51 degrees.
It's like 60 here.
Did you say 15?
15 in your Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using
that's
your
pretty
metric.
That's pretty
It's like
warm.
60 degrees here in Tijuana right now, so that's like what, 28 degrees your time?
Pretty warm.
Yeah.
Did you say 28?
I said in
He's in
Celsius.
Mexico. He's in Mexico. That's why everyone goes there for the winter, because it's still warm.
And Hawaii.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of like damp out today. Like it's cloudy and it's definitely going to rain. So.
We just got beach hazards here. No rain, it's partly
That's
cloudy.
Look, if I'm going to be honest with you, I like our imperial system when it comes to our measurements, but I actually would have preferred if we had gone with the Celsius system.
Celsius makes so much more sense.
It does.
0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. It's just super simple.
It is
I
simple.
know.
It is very simple. It's like, ironically, it's like, why didn't we use that?
Yeah.
No, I think Fahrenheit is much better than Celsius when it comes to temperature, ambient temperature stuff. But I think that we should have gone for metric for everything else.
Yeah, that damn boat hadn't stunk.
I'm really happy to be in the metric. It's very convenient.
I am too far gone I'm too far in my ways to be able to try and learn that conversion out of my head. It's just too much. Well, I understand the simplicity of that metric, but I'm just so used to the imperial metric that I would be it's very, very different.
Your cars, can you see metric? Can you see kilometers and miles on your cars, or only miles?
No,
because like my car, I can swap back and forth between miles or kilometers.
Yeah, I can go between MPH and KPH if I want.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you easily go between feet and yards when you watch football, dude.
Yeah, that's how it works. Could you imagine hearing that in meters?
Well, a meter and a yard are very close. So
yeah, meters and yards are pretty similar. It's only like a 3-inch difference.
Okay, here's my thing. I don't know how big. I don't know how long a meter is. I know a yard is 3 feet.
Yeah, a meter's about the same. It's like 3 feet and like 2 inches or something.
Okay, if I run a 5K, how many miles did I run?
That's like a 3.5 something miles. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. I have to run 3 miles. I have to run 5.1. If I want to run 10 miles, I got to do 6.2. I'm like, no, thank you.
But just do it in the kilometers, and then you're just doing 5 kilometers, or
I can't judge distance that way.
The thing I like about the metric is because most highway speeds here are about 100 kilometers an hour, which is 60 miles. So everything you can judge like about how long it's going to take you there just based on the difference, on the distance, right? Okay. So if it's like 100 kilometers away, you know it's going to take you about an hour to get there. So when we ask like, oh, where are you? You know it's 2 hours away or 3 hours away or half an hour, just based on that general 100 kilometers per hour speed. Not that anyone goes that. Everybody goes faster than that.
But I started to say in America, speed limits other than in school zones are merely suggestions.
Well, it depends on how much money the local constabulary needs or how many accidents there's been in an area.
Nope, speeds are suggestive. We have 60. We have 70 mile an hour things, and literally you'll have people going 85, 90, no problem.
Yeah, flow of traffic.
Yeah,
no, people do that here too. They go faster than.
I was getting pissed off because there was a guy who kept weaving in between traffic, and I'm like, everyone on this road is going. It's posted at 65. Everyone's going 75, and this guy was still like, "This is not fast enough. I've got to weave between everybody going between the two lanes on this road in order to."
That is kind of annoying, especially if they're like tailgating you, and it's like, dude, I'm already going over the speed limit. Like,
well, and that's my thing. Where when I'm driving, when I'm driving, of course I don't go to speed limit. But I will tell you what, one of the biggest things that I run into a problem is people will, of course, come in my lane and get over there because there's an opening. Well, there's an opening because unlike a lot of these fucking crazy people, I want to have plenty of time to actually hit the brakes.
I get that happening too. I never tailgate, so
no, I will not tailgate. I brake check people for that. I will brake check somebody for that.
Yeah, it drives me bonkers, especially if I'm going like a good clip.
So
mind you, on the same token, I will also not tail. I don't want to tailgate someone else, even if they're going really slow. As long as they're going at consistent speed, I'll just go slow. I don't care that much.
No, if I've got to go around someone, I will wait until the time's right and I'll go around them. But I'm not going to sit here and tailgate people. I don't play that game. I don't fuck around. So, like,
I'll be back. I need to Jaloja. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
So, the other day, for example, Mike, the other day, I was going down 154, my normal road here, and it was a damn good thing I keep my distance the way I do, because this dumb motherfucker in his truck decided he was going to go turn into the cemetery. Well, that'd be fine. Well, here's a slight problem. Either his entire back light system must be out because there were no brake lights. There was no blinker. All of a sudden, I just see a fucking vehicle stop dead in the road, and I'm going 70 miles an hour. There was the time I had, if he hadn't turned, I would have to swerve into the other lane.
Yeah.
No way I would have been. And if I had been too close, I would have had to do it anyway. So once that guy started turning and I noticed that, and there was no blinker, no lights, I fucking blared my fucking horn. I was half tempted to go turn in there and like, dude, I'm about to fucking kick your ass.
And B, I got to tell you something. When I was downtown San Diego, I was driving on a one-way street, okay? And some idiot tries to turn into going the opposite direction on the one-way street.
Dude,
and hold on. I roll down my window. I'm like, dude, this is a one-way street. You can't turn in this way. And he just looks at me and says, no, dude, it's okay. I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, so you're going the wrong direction on a one-way street. He's like, yeah, but I'm just trying to park. I'm like, so you're going to park this way on a one-way street that goes this way. You're still fucked up, dude. He's like, no, it's okay. Trust me. I know what I'm doing.
You know how you have sometimes those off ramps and those on ramps that are really close together, and I get nervous on those things when I'm getting off the off ramp. I'm like, please tell me I'm going the right way. Please tell me I'm not on the wrong side. I actually get nervous about that shit.
You talking about like one of the clover leaf?
Oh yeah. Those motherfuckers scare me.
All right, everyone. I will catch you all probably next week, or when I'll see you around.
You leaving?
I am.
I just got back.
I'm gonna go. I don't want to get rained on, so I'm gonna go out now and have a walk.
Yeah, we're gonna get rained on tomorrow. That's definitely the case.
Well, we're gonna get rained on for the rest of the week. It looks like till Friday. So, oh god, I might
be getting rain tomorrow. That's for damn sure. I know that.
Yeah, I don't mind the rain. I don't want to live in snow, so I'll take the rain.
I prefer snow over rain.
Well, I can go visit the snow. It's just right over there on the mountains. I can go visit it any time I like. I just don't want to have to live in it.
Sorry, Danny Lane, if you live in Southern California, what is this snow you talk of?
It's the solid form of raining.
Hey, Mike, I'll tell you how to figure it out. Go to NorCal, hit the Sierra Nevada mountains. You'll learn what snow is.
It's the solid form of rain.
I think y'all are crazy. That doesn't happen.
It can be pretty. I don't. I like to go visit it and then come home and not have it.
I love snow.
We had a couple times in California where we were. They asked a bunch of us from work to grab our who had pickup trucks, and a bunch of us did. So we went up, and we went up to the Sierra Nevada mountains, and we packed a bunch of snow in the back of our trucks, brought it back down for everybody to play in at our Christmas function for the military for the kids.
Oh, that's fun.
It was really fun. It was fun. There was like, I think, geez, Louise, I think there were like 60. We had 65 trucks.
Damn.
Nice. I used to do something similar for my ferrets. I'd take the laundry basket, fill it with snow, and then dump it into either a shower stall or the bathtub, and then the ferrets would jump in and play with it. They loved that.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right,
I'll
go,
catch
go
you
ahead,
guys
go take your
later.
walk.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff.
Enjoy your walk.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Well, since I started late, I might end the stream at 2 hours this time.
I wouldn't say it, believe me, man. It's the holidays anyway. My kid's going to be coming back home soon.
Yep. Plus, I know here at Mrs. Vile's place, they open their Christmas presents on Christmas Eve, so I know the kids are just dying to do that.
Is that a Catholic thing?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, I'm a baptized Catholic, but I don't know if that's kind of a Catholic thing they do down there.
I will have to ask Mrs. Vile, or if she's listening, she can say so. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just curious about that. That's interesting. I know some people, well, Mike, I know some people who do the tradition of they'll open one gift on Christmas Eve, but man, I know families that are like, no, you are, and my wife's one of them. She's like, you are waiting until Christmas Day.
Yep, that's how we're doing it for the Vile kids. We used to do the whole opening one present, but now since everyone's only getting usually one or two presents, it's not worth it.
Well, with our kids right now, like for example, my oldest daughter, Trisha, she took her two little ones. And I mean, that's really the big thing that she needs to be doing. She needs to be spending time with them because, look, my daughter hasn't even been here 24 hours. I've already had to leave the house once to calm the fuck down. And that was last night after we were getting high because she was killing everybody's buzz.
Well, thank you for listening, Cam.
Merry Christmas, Cam.
Hey, Mike, don't forget, What If Season 2.
I will. Okay, I got to finish For All Mankind before I start another show. I get irked. I can only focus on one TV show at a time.
Okay, Mike, when you finish up by the time you finish up getting through season 3 and 4, Eli and I will already be done with season 4. So when you're done, we're going to have this conversation. You have been stonewalling us. We've had to tiptoe around this. Eli and I want to have this conversation.
I literally told Mrs. Boyle last night when we were in bed because it was after midnight. She was wrapping presents. I'm trying to watch the season finale of For All Mankind because now that I'm in Mexico, for some reason I have access to it. But yeah, I'm like, I have to watch this because there's people in the live stream that are going to want to talk about For All Mankind.
Well, and this is, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm gonna blame myself here because remember, I got my Apple TV. I said I got rid of Cinemax, replaced that with the Apple, did the Apple, and then I was like, why aren't we talking about shows like For All Mankind and stuff? And Eli was like, oh, I'm watching. I'm like, why the hell weren't you telling me about this?
Yeah, WWED. What would Ed do?
I don't know what
Mike, here's my question. You're 2 seasons in now. Who are your favorite characters in these 2 seasons?
Okay, for season 2, one of my favorite characters is the Mexican broad. I can't remember her name because she reminds me of
Elena.
She reminds me of Mrs. Vile so much.
He's talking about Elena, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
The one that keeps getting in trouble because she talks back to her superiors every single time.
Yep.
Elena.
Yeah.
I look at that, I'm like, that's Mrs. Vile.
What's really great is her character was set up in the original season, but in the first season, but we really didn't know much about it. But you'll see in season 2 her character progresses. You'll see in season 3 and 4 it's going to progress even further. They had a planned story arc out.
Yeah, I was when I got to season 2. I'm like, okay, this kid had nothing to do with the show. What the hell? And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's why she was in that scene. Okay, I get it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one thing that did kind of piss me off, and Elihu, back me up here if you actually saw it and paid attention at the end of season 2, when they finally showed Buran. They literally just used the mock-up of the space shuttle, the same model. They just put Russian stuff on there because Buran did not look that much like the shuttle in real life. And it kind of pissed me off that they just used fake the and replaced the the identification markings with Soviet ones. That pissed me off.
Well, the shuttle design was basically supposedly Soviet design for one of their ships, and the U.S. supposedly stole it. I'm not verifying that, but that's allegedly how history is supposed to be recorded, according to the CIA. So technically, nobody really knows who came up with that design for the shuttle.
Buran was supposed to be bigger than the space shuttle. And it had a different tail design, slightly different wing design, especially with the ailerons on the end. And it only had 2 engines, not 3, but they used the same freaking model as the space shuttle. I realized they tried to say,
you gotta remember, this is how alternative history works. Remember, this is alternative history.
But if they're gonna do the whole Apollo Soyuz thing, they could have at least included the fucking correct version of
it. You got to remember the tensions between the USSR and the US are different now.
I'm sorry. It was just something that irked me as someone who actually.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you got to remember, we got alternate history here. I'm actually. Oh God, what's her name? No. So I'll give you my favorite character for the first 3 seasons for most of the show so far, and Eli, who already knows this, Molly Cobb.
The irrefutable son of a bitch, Molly Cobb. I love her. I love that character.
I love Molly Cobb.
What, Mike?
I like her husband more. The stoner guy who actually called her out on her shit.
Yeah, but Molly Cobb, yeah.
No, what I liked about him was it gave somebody that she wasn't used to dealing with. That's why they complimented each other, because he was so different. Okay, he's gone now, so we can talk about this. Dude, what do you think?
Nobody has claim on Goldilocks.
I know. So how? I mean, shit, man.
Yeah, nobody has claim on it. That's the trigger. They want it, but nobody has claim on it. So technically, it's not theft.
It's not theft.
Nope, it's not theft.
This is going to be interesting. So this is going to be the race. Who gets there first?
Exactly.
And I'm wondering how Ed and Danny. Okay, so you got Danny, NASA, and also we have a big problem here. We got the North Koreans there, which I still haven't figured out what. There is something going on with the North Koreans we are not seeing. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, you're back.
I only left because Mrs. Vile just got back, and I thought I heard she's been having some car issues, and I thought her belt was slipping. And it was someone else's car they were trying to start.
Oh.
So I thought,
sorry about the shiny dome. I'm sorry about the shiny dome here. I've been noticing.
I'm blind.
I got a little shiny dome part right there, but nothing I can do about that. Well, I could turn the light off, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I love my hair.
I love my hair too. Although it's so funny that I was doing TikTok videos. I've done a couple of controversial TikTok videos. I call them controversial because they talk about politics. And I love some of the comments I got, which are, I always love the comments when they insult my physical appearance. I love that because I had one guy, because I'll actually respond to some of them. It's like one guy was talking about my hairline. He goes, your argument is so thin is what little hair you have left. I'm like, Pretty sure I got a lot of hair.
And
Pretty
me,
sure I
remember
got a lot of hair left.
the guy who cut his arm to look for COVID in his blood? When I told him how stupid he was about that, he tried to make a fat joke saying, "Oh, well, you look real healthy. I should listen to you." So I turned and I'm like, "You know what this is? Fuel tank for a sex machine." And I walked out the door.
Hey, you know what? People can make fat. If you want to make a fat joke about me, go right ahead. I heard them all. Hell, I remember when they were all made. Dude, I'm so fat I have my own gravity.
Hold on, I'm going to mute another.
That's how stupid these people sound when they do those things. They're like, they want to insult my appearance. I'm like, go ahead. I don't give a shit. I'll insult myself.
Hey, what do you got? And the first insult, the first little quote unquote insult is like, I don't get it. Then they have to try to explain the insult, making me looking stupider. I love that.
I told this a long time ago. Somebody said, I don't get the joke. I was like, never mind. They go, no, explain it. I said, if I have to explain a joke, there's no meaning to the joke.
That's why I go, I don't get it. Then if the person tries to insult me, tries to explain the insult, like makes me even look more stupid. Like, huh? I love doing that.
I know. It's so funny when you do that with them. They love to insult you. They'll insult you, your appearance. They'll call you all kinds of things, and you're just like, yeah, whatever. Blow me, bitch.
And B, when I've had someone say the whole, I don't get that one. I'll be like, yeah, someone like you really wouldn't get that joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done that one before. I've said something similar where somebody's like, I don't get it. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna end the stream. Just letting you guys know.
Cool beans. What you got there?
Oh, it's just my cheap ass cigars.
Your cigarettos.
Which means I'm out of
cigarettos with your 7-Eleven coffee.
Disgusting.
No, 7-Eleven coffee.
Hey! Use the leave 7-Eleven alone. At least they're staying true to their colors.
I have to go uphill to go to 7-Eleven. Okay.
If I want to get to a 7-Eleven, I'd actually have to go to my. Well, actually, the nearest 7-Eleven I know of is in my old hometown, where my daughter lives. There's no 7-Eleven around here.
I literally 6 blocks uphill.
Within walking distance of my house.
I just counted it as 6 blocks uphill. 4 blocks one way, 2 blocks the other way, all uphill.
Okay,
I don't know
just for shits and giggles, I'm going to find out where the nearest 7-Eleven is to me.
What's funny is, Elihu, of the 3 7-Elevens near my house, I actually usually walk to the one that's a little bit further away than one of the other ones, just because it's not uphill.
That's the closest one to me. I don't know where any other one is.
I've got one that's 2 miles away, but it's slightly uphill. I've got one that's about 2.5 miles away that's flat land the entire way. Then I have one that's about 3 miles away that's up a big hill. So I usually walk to the one that's 2.5 miles away just because it's not uphill.
Ow. Yeah, one of the hills I have to walk up the block to 7-Eleven when I make the corner is about an 80-degree hill. I'm like, shit, people actually park on this damn road.
How do you guys do that over there is beyond me sometimes.
Oh, they turn the car at the front tire at an angle when they park, so it doesn't roll downhill.
Yeah, I know, but do you guys still make sure to do your emergency brakes like you're supposed to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't had a loose car in years.
Yeah, when was the last time you drove a car?
Me?
You have your moped, right? You have your moped, but you usually take public, right?
Yeah. It's easier to take the bus and train.
Well, I'm sure for you where you live, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You take the bus, you take the train, you live in California. I don't ever hear really anything bad about your system, but describe it to me, because all I ever hear is about how bad it is in New York and St. Louis for that shit.
It's hell on game day, whether there's a basketball or a baseball game. It's hell to take the train.
Yeah, down here during certain events like or a football game, the trolley system can be completely congested. I mean, we're talking like standing, not even standing room only. I'm surprised there
Yeah,
aren't people off to the side or trying to climb the roof of the trolley to
yeah.
get there.
The
Really?
city tried to make an alternate bus route to go closer to the ballpark as a permanent route, which they did, and people didn't realize that the end of the certain route number. I'm not going to say it online because it's already crowded as fuck. Stopped 2 blocks from the baseball stadium. Okay, the train stopped across the street. People were finally realizing they can take the bus instead of the train and get a less crowded. But no, these buses were standing room only. People not be able to sit down. The bus drivers are congested. The routes are going about 5-10 minutes behind schedule because everybody's crowding on the buses now. They finally moved the bus stop like about 4 blocks away from the baseball stadium.
Hold on, I don't know about you know where your guys' stops are or anything when it comes to that. But Qualcomm Stadium and now what's called Snapdragon Stadium because they tore down Qualcomm and built a smaller one for the university.
Mhm.
There's a trolley stop at that location. There's also a trolley stop really close to Petco Park in downtown. So, do you guys have your trains going near your stadiums and stuff?
Yes, they're the T line stops right in front of the ballpark, and it also stops in front of Caltrain.
Regular?
No.
No?
And the bus stops now 5 blocks away from the ballpark.
You know, it just dawned on me about 7-Eleven.
What? The coffee sucks.
Showing me something she made.
The fact that the fact that 7-Eleven is ass backwards on how they spelled it.
Okay. Wow, me for more.
It never dawned on me that it should have been 7 should have been spelled out and then 11 should have been the number because that's how you're supposed to do it. So I never caught on to that till just now. And I cannot believe the nearest 7-Eleven is in fucking New York. I don't know why you keep thinking I live in New York. I don't live in New York.
You got to go all the way to New York for a 7-Eleven hot dog. Damn. Get one off the trolley cart on the street, please.
Me is my work is headquartered in Texas. Half the time when I'm looking for something, and because the tablet is a work tablet and they use Texas as the home location, I'll look up, nearest 7-Eleven, and it'll give me a location in Texas every single time. I'm like, shit, nearest 7-Eleven at current location.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy sometimes how you have to deal with that crap. Yeah, I'm actually curious to where the nearest one is to where I live.
Yeah, it's closer to go to the donut shop than 7-Eleven.
Well,
a block away.
Actually, shit. I don't think we have a donut shop here.
They just recently opened a second 7-Eleven right near Mrs. Vile's house. So that's where we went last night to buy some food.
Oh, damn, I can't go to the pastry shop. I gotta go to the ATM first. Shit.
Why? They only take cash?
Yeah.
Question. Does your card, your ATM, have the star logo on the back?
No.
Okay, because 7-Eleven has ATMs that are free for at least most of the credit unions in my area, including the primary one I use.
I don't go through a credit union. I go through a bank.
Well, I'm sorry. I've got 3 credit unions I use.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to point out this way. I just went to the 7-Eleven website. It asked me to put in my area. I put in my zip code. I went with 30 miles. There's no 7-Eleven within 30 miles of me.
Well,
That was the max range I could go.
Sheesh.
some states 7-Elevens. It's weird.
We got Sunoco's. We got whatever that. Do we have Circle K's or what's that other one? I think it's Circle K.
AM PM.
When I go to Yuma for work, there are no 7-Elevens in the entire city of Yuma. There are only Circle K's. And it's because the city literally made a deal with Circle K.
Yeah, we have our Circle K's. We have. I think the guy's here to jump my vehicle, so I'm gonna crack. I'm gonna call it, buddy.
I'm also so.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm coming right up, buddy. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, the doorbell doesn't work with this shit now. All right, take care, guys.
Later, dude.
All right. Which one should I play then, Elihu? To end the stream.
I don't care as long as give me a heads up so I can pull my headphones off.
Let's see. Well, let's do the drinking song because I don't think we've done that one in a while.
Okay.
More singing, more voices. Hail the Klingons, hurrah! Ejem tave deja I, ejam sotas gos vaskrar baitik, en pajaj la mojaj puj. Jaj keles molo nichok chu.
All right, you're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.
All right. Later, folkses, and have a Merry Christmas. Or if it's still Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah.
Or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody.
And a bah humbug to you.